What's up, everyone? How you doing? Thank you guys for coming out. Means a bunch to see a full room of people here. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
And before we begin, of course, this is Jordan Feller and Mark Gilfrey. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks.
Now, before we have this epic performance from Neil Francis, I'm just going to have a nice conversation with them and keep it nice and sweet. So, welcome. First thing I want to say, this is obviously such a surreal moment for everybody here, but you know, KCRW played some of your early demos back in the day. So what is it like to be here full circle here at Apogee Studios?
I mean, it's a dream come true, to be honest with you. We were caught off guard. A friend of ours who isn't here tonight, but he called me one day and he said, you got back announced on KCRW. Another friend of ours happened to just share our demos with Chris Doritas. And Chris played them on his show. And then Mark and
Chris Doritas ripped it off of our SoundCloud, actually.
Shout out, Chris.
This is amazing.
And Mark and I kind of looked at each other and realized, oh, we might actually have something worth pursuing here. So we kind of just went from there.
That's amazing. And we are on the cusp, you are on the cusp of releasing your sophomore album. It's all a bit fuzzy, October 6th.
That's right, yeah.
How are you guys feeling about this?
I mean, it's been a really fun journey. It's one of those ones where we've been lucky enough to work with a handful of people over the last 12 months on this record that we didn't necessarily get, you know, the chance to on the first record. We've had sessions with Dreamcast Mo, and that turned into She's Just a Type of Girl.
Yeah, so many artists that we've been fans of for forever, and kind of it really has been a dream to work with them. So yeah, shout out Saint Panther, who will be performing with us tonight.
Yep.
Dreamcast Mo, Papa Rod.
Papa Rod as well, yep.
And a forthcoming tune with Drama that you haven't heard yet.
Right.
But
So good. All of those artists you just mentioned, their sound complements your sound so well. And listening to the singles that have already been released that are coming out on this album, it's just prime Neil Francis. It's funky. It has these hints of yacht rock, warm tones. What's kind of the journey and experience that you want to take your fans on with this album?
Oh, that's a good question. Help me out, Mark. What do you got, dude?
I mean, yeah. I think the concept for the album was at least the name. The name, It's All a Bit Fuzzy, is derived from this feeling that you have after a long night out, perhaps at a dark warehouse, perhaps seeing the sunrise, and the feeling of being a little fizzy the next morning. So I think the journey is kind of a lot centered in that kind of clubbing experience. There's a lot of upbeat tunes, but then also rooted in the hangover, the day after, and trying to recuperate, which I think a lot of times can be just as kind of beautiful and beneficial if you do it right, you know. So
the other thing that Mark and I always try to do with music is we both read Nile Rodgers' book, and he talks about this DHM, deep hidden meaning. So, like, the song might seem really simple, but you know they always have some sort of hidden meaning towards like Mark and I think we were very influenced over the last 12 months of playing some festivals and things and seeing DJs and other performances and stuff and being like, wow, we can branch out a little bit and do some different things, and I think we've tried to do that on this record but still stay true to what we've kind of established so far. So it's cool that people are along for the ride with us. It's good.
Yeah, definitely. Buckle up, you guys. We're on a ride. I want to kind of touch on the journey you mentioned. Jordan, you were a promoter, a DJ before you started this. Were you here in Los Angeles when you did that, or were you in Australia?
I was in Australia. I was in Australia and got into like nightclub promoting, and then started a music festival out there. Got into DJing. Litt introduced me to Mark. Mark and I kind of went separate ways, and then we came back together at the same time. And I was in this spot where I'm like, kind of a burnt out DJ with still big dreams, and I was like, dude, I got these songs and, you know, I need a vocalist. Do you want to have a go at trying to write some songs together? And he was like...
I said, yeah, I'll sing them, but we're going to find someone else. We're just going to write them together, and then someone else will put them out. Was the idea, at least. We weren't intending to create a band or a project at the beginning. Right, yeah. And
then Chris did what he did, and then there's just been like little things along
Changed
the way
our
like
mind.
that all of a sudden, like, you know, we've got something on our hands here.
Chris definitely has the magic touch.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
Mark, you're a SoCal native. Shout out. What were you listening?
909 Rancho Cucamonga.
909.
Hey. Yeah, I see some Inland Empire people. Hell yeah.
I'm from the IE too. I'm from
Oh,
Riverside,
hell yeah.
so shout out. We're in the house
right.
heavy right now.
People love to hate on the IE, but you know, you got to represent it.
We're here.
909.
We're representing hard right now at Apogee Studios. What were kind of the records that were filled in your house growing up, being from SoCal? What kind of formed, molded that sound that Neil Francis is today?
Man, a lot of like Chicago and Doobie Brothers and Mariah Carey, like Amy Grant Christmas album. I'm just trying to think. I don't know. There's a lot. Yeah, basically that stuff. Yeah. My mom was a jazzercise instructor, and so we had a lot of pop hits, you know.
There we go. That's the answer I was looking for. So you're about to embark on this amazing tour. What can we expect from this tour that sets apart from all the other tours that you've had?
Well, I mean, for one thing, we're gonna kind of up the ante production-wise. We got some cool things happening there. We also we're kind of melding the two worlds of the dance, electronic DJing stuff. You'll notice there's some CDJs on stage today, and the live band stuff. We've been kind of playing with two different shows over the past year. One which is much more dance heavy, and one which is much more kind of like psychedelic rock. So I think this new set that we're bringing is like kind of a perfect combination of the two, or at least we're trying. So yeah.
Definitely. And you're going to be performing at the Novo.
Mm-hmm. November 4th.
Yes, so excited.
November 5th.
Got to catch that performance as well.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see you all perform, as is everybody. It's been nice chatting with you all. So without further ado, you guys...
Real quick, can we just give it up for this little youngster here who's come
yes.
through?
Hi,
Like, definitely the... Oh, she's shy. I'm sorry. So cute, though. Thank you so much for coming.
I love Pikachu.
All right, guys, just hang tight before we get Neil Francis up.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here, man.
Thank
What a
you
dream.
so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, SiLVA.